Hey guys, it's Melissa here from melissaoatman.com. Welcome to another episode of Awaken Your Inner Awesomeness. I am so delighted you're here with me today. Today I'm talking about quantum jumping. And what is quantum jumping? Before we get started with today's episode, there's a podcast that I would love to introduce you to.
Welcome to Spirit Sherpa, the show that helps and encourages you on your journey to unlock your magic mojo. I'm the Spirit Doctor, Kelly Sparta, and I'm here to walk you through the next stage of your spiritual awakening. I'm here to stitch together every class you've ever taken into one big world view. Join me as we explore the extent of the energy world and the depths of ourselves, all while having a great time. SpiritSherpaPodcast.com or Spirit Sherpa on your favorite podcast player.
I keep hearing people all over social media talking about quantum jumping right now because right now is a time for heavy change in our lives. And so it's the perfect time to really look into what is quantum jumping and how can you do quantum jumping yourself. So the basic idea of quantum jumping is that you create a brand new consciousness which is full of infinite possibilities. Quantum jumping is based on the work of the science pioneer Burt Goldman. It's an advanced visualization method, and what it does is that you harness your thinking, your mind, to meet alternate versions of yourself. As Joe Dispenza once said, the universe doesn't give us what we want, the universe gives us what we are. And so it requires of us the ability to change our thoughts and our mindset in order to achieve the goals that we want. So maybe we want a new job or we want a new relationship. We want to see a different, better version of ourselves in our own lives. In order to achieve that, we have to start to really visualize that and understand what that feels like. So it's really a manifesting technique, but it is a technique in which you manifest like you're skipping ahead to the best version of who you are. So this sounds a little out there, I think, for a lot of people, but I've been hearing a lot about it, and it makes a lot of sense. And if you follow the law of attraction or you believe in the law of attraction, then you know that a lot of the law of attraction is about visualizing what you want and then focusing on how it would make you feel to have it and seeing yourself in that position. So if you want to see a new job for yourself, it's closing your eyes, taking a deep breath, and really focusing on visualizing, seeing yourself in that new position. So what is it that you're wanting to achieve? Because a lot of people, I think, we don't even know what we want. And that's a problem. We know we don't want what we have right now necessarily. And of course, we do need to show gratitude for where we are because it may not be where we want to be yet, but it's serving a purpose. So we have to have a little bit of gratitude for where we are currently. But if that isn't where you want to be, where do you want to be? And maybe you don't know exactly what job you want to be in, but maybe you know how you want to feel in that job. I want to have the creative freedom to do what I want. I want to have a flexible schedule, or I want to work from home, or I want to feel valued. I want to feel a part of a team. What are the attributes of that place? Where do you want to see yourself? That's what it's time to focus on. I'm betting that when you were a kid, you probably had a lot of dreams for your life. And you probably didn't envision yourself sitting in an office space, being miserable and not enjoying your job. Most of us had dreams of things we wanted to do when we were younger. But what happens is we grow up and we are forced into these realities because of becoming an adult in the real world, and our dreams kind of get lost and squashed down and we forget about them. That happens to the best of us. But it doesn't have to be our journey. How do we get back to that place where we realize our dreams, where we don't feel like we're stuck and cornered into where we are simply because that's the way we grew up? So over 70,000 people worldwide are using quantum jumping. It's a revolutionary visualization method that takes your mind on a journey through the multiverse. It's where you design a life of limitless potential through vivid encounters with your alternate self. Scientists like Hawking and Einstein spent a lot of their careers exploring the existence of alternate universes. And it's seen in a lot of different movies, right? People talk about this topic. But you don't have to completely understand this theory of alternate realities in order to transform your life. Quantum jumping is one of the most powerful visualization methods. Again, it was created by Burt Goldman, and it leverages decades of research. There's a lot of studies that have been done in visualization, hypnosis, meditation, and altered states. So when you quantum jump, you enter the alpha level of your mind, where you can visualize yourself soaring through the multiverse and meeting alternate versions of yourself with the experiences and abilities you need in your own reality. So if you're searching for financial breakthrough, the mastery of a new skill, language, musical instrument, healing of your body, whatever it is, by engaging in these vivid exchanges with your alternate selves, you gain the power and inspiration. You can grow and transcend. It gives you the key to expanding your possibility and helps you to tap into your full potential. Because a lot of the time, it's our subconscious blocks that are holding us back. So here is what you will do. There are 4 steps, really, to this quantum jumping. So the first step is your mindset. That is your launching pad. So think about what it is that you're hoping to achieve. Are you wanting to learn a new skill? Are you wanting a new job? Do you want a new relationship? Like, what is it that you're hoping to achieve in doing this quantum jumping? That's the first step, is to understand what you're hoping to achieve by doing this activity. The second step is to meet your future self. So you are envisioning that you have met this alternate version of yourself, the one who already speaks that language, the one who already plays that instrument, the one who already has that dream job. You are visualizing yourself as you've already achieved all of those things. Your future self wants to help you and wants to give you guidance on how you got there. So what did I have to do to get this job? What did I have to do to learn this language? What did I have to do? Those are the steps that we often are lacking in our own lives. Like, how do I get there? What do I do? So this quantum jumping, and there are videos on YouTube and on TikTok and different people who explain it a little bit better, but they explain to you how to do this. And what I heard in the last few days was it's more of like a closing your eyes and almost a meditative state of meeting with your future self in a different alternate multiverse. This is you on a different level, in a different time, on a different timeline. What can that person, what can that version of you teach you? And the thing is, a lot of times what we're learning is we've been telling ourselves stories over and over again, like, I have to do this because of this. I have to do that because of this. I have to have this job that I hate because I have to make money, and so that's the only way there is to do that. We've just been telling ourselves these stories that keep us stuck. So when we go into this alternate universe, an alternate reality, and I know that some people do this by using mind-altering drugs. You do not have to do that. And I wouldn't recommend doing that unless you're working with someone who's a professional, because that could be a scary thing. I would not even try to go in that direction. But what can you do? What can you learn from your higher self? Like, how did I get to this position where I'm financially free? What did it take for me to do that? How was I able to do that? And then you're learning from your higher self, or from this, it's not even your higher self, I guess, it's just an alternate version of yourself. And then you go back to your reality and you implement all of the things that you have learned. And that is the basic premise of what quantum jumping is. Now, it's not quite that simple. That's just a quick overview of what it is and how you actually use it. But to do it for yourself, again, there are people out there who have these guided steps. So the first thing, though, is all about relaxing your mind and visualizing. Visualizing where it is that you want to be. Where do you see yourself? And you can pick a time, like in 3 years, in 5 years. Where do you see yourself? Do you have everything you want? How did you get there? And it's all about learning from this future self so that you can take the steps you need in order to get there. And oftentimes it is about leaving behind those old limiting beliefs that do not serve us, because those are the things keeping us stuck. We think we can't achieve something. And instead of saying like, I can't do this or this isn't possible, start slowly by shifting those words. Instead of I can't do this or this isn't possible, shift it to what if it were possible for me to achieve this? What if I could have everything I wanted? What if financial freedom was super easy for me? What if money just started flowing in awesome ways? What if I didn't actually have to work myself to death? What if I had multiple streams of income flowing in and I was making money while I was sleeping? I'm just resting and relaxing and the money's flowing in. What if that were possible? What if it were possible for me to live a life that makes me completely happy and fulfilled? And it is possible, but we've got to start shifting our words and our attitude, because it's that negativity that keeps us stuck and trapped. I'm going to tell you, share something a little personal that happened to me this weekend. My son has struggled his whole life with depression and with mental illness because of his dad. And those of you who followed me for a long time, you know the story. And he's really struggled a lot. And I thought he was doing better recently. He doesn't live at home. He was living with his girlfriend, and they both have full-time jobs, and he was going to school. And I thought, oh, things are great. Like, really proud of him. He's working and doing all of these things. And because for a long time, he didn't have a job, and he didn't really feel motivated to do anything. And he really likes his job. And I thought, this is fantastic. Well, an incident happened on Friday evening where he had like a mental break. And the thing is, he has a lot of PTSD and trauma from his dad. And it's gone untreated because we did counseling for him, but he just wasn't in a place where he wanted to do it. And so he would go to counseling and just sit and not really talk. So he never worked through the issues he was having and the emotions that he felt and trying to heal this PTSD. And it always, as a mom, like that always worried me. And I thought, we need to get him to do that. But if you know how people are in the process, you can't force anyone to do something they're not ready to do. And this has been a lesson that I've been having to learn, like through my brother, through him, through everything going on. But he had a scary thing happen to him where he like blacked out and was behaving erratically and has no recollection of it, because he was like, his brain was doing this. He was not consciously aware of what he was doing. And it was a scary thing for him. It was scary for us. And of course it happened overnight. And I had to go and get him. And we had to try to find help for him immediately. And luckily we were able to. And we were able to find a counselor that he actually likes. And he's like, I'm ready to process this because I want to feel normal and I want to be better. And the reason I'm telling you all of this is because I have been visualizing him getting healthy. So don't get discouraged, because even though we visualize things we want, sometimes in order to get to where we want to be, things have to happen that maybe we wouldn't have necessarily wanted to happen and we wouldn't have chosen. And it might be difficult at first, but it happens for a reason, because it's bringing about what we really want. So be open to how the universe brings things to you, and know that sometimes there might be like a temporary, you have to go through struggle. Like there's a temporary struggle in order to shift you into something greater. You know, I'm not a huge fan of Joel Osteen just because I think, I used to be, and then I sort of started to see different sides to that. But he did say a lot of things that have stuck with me that I like. And one of the things that he said was a setback is actually a setup, because it's setting you up for better things and what's coming in. And I truly believe that. And so when you are working with quantum jumping, or you're working with the visualization, or you're working with changing your mindset, know that sometimes we get pulled back. It's like a bow and arrow. You have to be pulled back before you can be propelled forward. And that's literally what's happening. And it's happening for a lot of people right now. And a lot of people are getting really frustrated because they're like, I was doing so well and I had this going on for me, and then all of a sudden I had this huge setback. It's not a setback. It's a setup. You're being propelled forward, but in order to do that, you have to be challenged a little bit. You have to be pulled back. And I think a big part of that too is a test from the universe saying, are we really ready for what we want? Because if you are, you better get ready, because we're getting ready to propel you forward into it. And you have to make sure that this is really what you want and that you're ready for it. And I think that's what's happening to a lot of people. So if it feels like in the past few weeks you've been slowed down or things aren't going the way that you thought, please know that you're not alone, and this is happening for a reason and for a purpose. And it means that there's a big shift in a positive way that's about to happen. And so you need to get yourself ready for that, because we're about to have a huge, huge positive shift. So I just have to say, don't be frustrated. And if you really want to try the quantum shifting, quantum jumping, just go on YouTube and do a search for steps to quantum jump. There are TikTok videos, there are articles about how you can do it. Give it a try. But it really comes back down to that whole visualizing what you want and then the manifesting it, because we're shifting our mindset by, instead of seeing ourselves stuck here and not happy, we see ourselves where we want to be. And we also start to change that I can't to what if it was possible? What if I'm already doing it? What if I already have it? What if this is already happening to me? What if I'm already successful? I'm already financially free. I already have everything I need, because we do. It is already it's in our vortex, right? It's in the realm of possibility. It's out there in the multiverse. We just have to find it. We just have to connect to it. So it's all about figuring out, okay, how do I become this version of myself? And it is possible. So I encourage you to go and check out more of quantum jumping and how you do it and how it's possible. And know that everything that's happening right now is happening to teach us not to be discouraged, but to prepare us, because there are some amazing blessings for all of you coming in. Like, you're all about to up level, and you need to get ready for that. All right, guys. Well, I want to thank you so much for being here with me today. I give you this affirmation. So all day long, try to keep saying to yourself, what if I already had, and fill in the blank with whatever it is that you want. What if I were already free financially? What if I already have my dream job? What if I already have my dream home? And slowly begin to shift that, not to just what if, but I already have it. It's already mine. I'm already financially free. I'm doing an amazing job in my life. I have an amazing job. We're shifting that mindset, because that is what shapes our reality. All right, guys. Well, I hope you have a beautiful day today. Thank you so much for being here with me. As always, I'm sending you so much love and light, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.